Hey guys, so it's a cloudy day today and I'm gonna take care of some things that I need to get handled. Number one, I gotta get a haircut. And number two, I need to go to Lowe's and pick up some masonite to make some more 16 by 20 inch panels. Okay, so I have a hatchback, which is great for picking up like lumber and stuff. So I've just pushed the seats back and that'll give me plenty of room. All right, so here's my philosophy with hair. When it gets long enough that I need to brush it or comb it, then I go get it cut. Because to be honest with you, I don't actually own a comb or a brush. All right, so thick eyebrows run in my family. And the last time I was getting a haircut, the woman who was cutting my hair says, "Do you want me to trim your eyebrows?" "Yes." And I was like, okay, I guess so. All right, so let's do some movie magic. Before haircut and after. Okay, so the next step is to get these cut down so they'll actually fit in my car. Okay, and I need some mini rollers for applying the gesso and a roller tray. Okay, so I actually got 1/8 inch masonite, which is better. That's a little bit thicker. And it turned out it was only $8.50 a sheet. So that's like less than $1 per panel. So less than $1 for a 16 by 20 inch panel is really good. And that's why I make my panels. I mean, obviously, you know, to save money, but when you don't spend as much money, you're not, you are more likely to take chances. If you spend like, you know, $10 on a canvas or a pre-made panel, you know, I don't know about you, but I tend to be more cautious and more careful, and I don't want to be careful. As you guys know, I kind of want to just experiment and, you know, not worry about wasting materials. The other thing about a masonite panel that's great is, if it doesn't work, you can just give it a light sanding to remove any of the brush strokes, or kind of knock them down a bit, and then you just paint over it so nothing goes to waste. And one more benefit to panels is they store very easily. So like I have tons of canvases, you know, when I was using canvases like stretched canvas, and they just, you know, I mean, they come in boxes of 10, but they take up a lot of space. So yeah, so anyway, that's my philosophy on panels. Now it's time to go home and cut these things. All right, well, it feels like a storm is blowing in. We better go and check at the weather center. I've got some vintage weather tracking equipment in my kitchen. Okay, definitely some suspicious barometric activity. All right, so I'm gonna need to hustle before the rain kicks in. But when working with power tools, you never wanna rush. I made that mistake once and I lost the tip of my thumb. Let me know in the comments if you wanna hear that story. All right, so what I did first was I cut the masonite into 16-inch wide strips, and then I passed it through the saw the other way at 20 inches. So let me show you what I got. All right, so I've got 30 16 by 20 inch panels, and then I'm not sure how many of these there are. These are about like 7.5 by 16. And then I've got a couple of other large pieces here that will be 15 by 30 panoramas. And that's all that's left for waste. All right, so the cost of the wood was just under $30. So we'll say about $1 a panel as far as materials go. And to cut them all out took me maybe an hour. All right, so here's a finished painting, 16 by 20, and it's just on the panel. And then before framing, I glue this backing on here to support the panel so it doesn't warp. And then it also gives me something to screw into when I mount it in my floater frame. There's one other advantage to panels that I wanted to tell you guys about. Oftentimes when you're painting on a canvas outdoors, if the sun is at all behind the canvas, it will illuminate it, and it's really difficult to judge colors on an illuminated canvas. You can always back it with cardboard, but that's just one extra thing to bring along, and it's just kind of a hassle. If you paint on panels, you don't have that problem. So anyway, just thought I'd share the process with you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.